This video is brought to you today by Squarespace. A few weeks ago, I shared with everyone my experience on driving a Tesla Model S that didn't have supercharging or DC fast charging, and it was, well, not very fun.
How much longer until we're done charging?
Only like 3 hours, sweetie.
Since then, all the fanboys came out of the woodwork and, of course, do what they do best, defend the hive at all costs, and told me to buy a new Tesla and stop complaining. Well, little do you know, last year I bought a used one, and you know how that went. If you don't, the cliff notes are, I ordered it in October of 2018 and got it in January of 2019. But that was fine because the fanboys came to the defense and said the Tesla was busy doing more important things. Now, Tesla and I have a very funny history where I make dumb videos on the internet and they grind their teeth because, as silly as I can be, I do make some halfway decent arguments every once in a while. But today's going to be a little bit different. I decided I'm going to give it a shot and drive the best that Tesla has to offer, a non-salvage car, not just any car, the Tesla to have right now, the Performance Model 3. Now, there's also a pretty big development about Model 3s, which I'll discuss later, but I needed to drive one first. Let's get inside and give Steven my initial reaction.
Steven?
Richard?
I fucking like it. There is no way on this planet. Watch this, ready? Holy shit! You feel that?
She bangs.
Steven, there isn't a person on this planet that can drive a Performance Model 3 and not be impressed by it. Yes, I understand the whole thing about having no soul or emotion or no feelings or no this or no that, but this is literally the quintessential daily driver. There is not a better daily driver than a Performance Model 3. All other, the thing is, you know how I feel about Model 3s. I think all Model 3s look like prehistoric frogs. But I'll tell you one thing, if you're gonna buy a prehistoric frog and look like an idiot, you have to get the performance version. The performance version is the way to go. It is the fastest and one of the most fun cars I've driven in a very long time. All right, guys, we're gonna do this in a second, all right? You're gonna feel the acceleration of this car. It is so crazy. You ready?
I don't think it is. I don't think so.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. Is that crazy?
That's it!
What do you mean that's it?
That's it!
That was crazy.
No, that is not. That's it.
What car's faster?
That
What car's
car.
You think so?
Yeah. Yep. I like it better than this whole thing.
This is the future, guys. This is the future.
Wow.
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 You said you want to race with the blue car.
Yeah, but yeah.
Where's the trophy?
It's on a time slip.
Come on, where's the trophy?
It's on a time slip. It's like a piece of paper.
Why
You don't
did you
get a
keep
medal. Why do I keep what?
It's like a participation medal for your
Yeah,
dad.
it's like a
Get a
little
medal,
flag.
Dad.
If he was the winner, you're right, he would have a nice big trophy.
Right now, we're actually going to visit a relic of mine. I was hoping the car that I had would be more like the Model 3, like where you'd stomp on the accelerator pedal and you would just go. And the Z06 is interesting because the Z06 is a fast car, but on paper, in real world actuality, the Model 3 is the superior vehicle. It's faster. It probably handles pretty damn well compared to a 15-year-old Corvette. This is what happens when you have a Tesla now. This is the car that really got me in the cars, and the car that my mother wanted when she was pregnant with me, but she couldn't buy it because, you know, she had a baby on the way. But there's a coating of dust on it, you know, and it just sits here, and it doesn't. It's hard. I'm gonna start it up for nostalgia purposes right here. Assuming it starts, this thing is, you know how that goes. You don't know what's gonna happen, but that's a good sign. It's got some life in her. Let's see if she actually starts. Yes, there we go, man.
Wow.
She's screaming. Dude, it feels like no fogs detected. Oh my God. So it's funny, just, oh God, okay. Thank you. Just being in this car, I know it's an older car, but it feels like I'm in a relic, you know what I mean? Like the newer cars, the newer tech, it's just completely passed this thing by, but You know what's funny is that there's something about this car that, even though the Model 3 is faster, it performs better, it's more reliable, less maintenance, there's something about this car that it just brings out the enthusiast in me. You know what I mean? It's not as fast, it's clunky, you have to ship it manually, but I'll tell you, the sounds that this car makes, man, I just can't, I'm not physically ready to let go of it just yet. The memories I've had in this car, you know, kicking the tail end around corners, just being who I am, you know, the adolescence in me, it brings that out. This still has a place in my heart, even though it's collecting dust. I just can't let go of it just yet. So I'm gonna give it a whole anniversary start to see what it sounds like, all right? Hold on 1 second, ready? Then hear a puppy roar. I'm not getting rid of it. Dude, that Model 3 is awesome, but like, this is like...
I'm not gonna lie, man. I actually like this thing a lot. I like it. It's fast. It's quiet. The acceleration's brutal, I think. You know what I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna... Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna build a website saying how much I love this thing. Now, making this page was super simple because I just used Squarespace. Yes, they rock the all-in-one platform to build a professional website, online store, or portfolio. It's a great tool to help me convey the point that everyone already knows. The Tesla Model 3 looks like a hand-rolled loaf of bread, but it moves. It's easy to claim a domain or URL like www.themodel3jerked-me-around-like-Jamaican-chicken-and-it-was-awesome.com or www.themodel3 may look like a Pokemon from the front, but it's actually a force to be reckoned with.com. So you can create a custom site that matches your style. Check out these page templates because they'll make your web page look better than the Model 3 ever could. Head to www.squarespace.com/richrebuilds to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code in the description box below. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this silliness. Now, for the hell of it, I went to go supercharge it to see what happens, and guess what? It supercharged like a normal Tesla normally would, which was a distant memory for me of things past because I haven't been able to do that in some time now. Now, the car is actually much quieter than my Model S was when it used to charge. You still hear the pumps going in the Model 3, but it doesn't sound like a jet engine's going to take off like an older Model S would. Now, for the hell of it, I went to go pick up a prior salvage Model 3, and guess what? That charges well. Then I called a few of my friends, had them try their Access, and guess what? They all worked. A few months ago, I talked to my buddy Mike that repaired an all-wheel drive Model 3 for about 20 grand or so. I remember at the end of that episode, he was also pumped to find out his worked as well. Now, at first I thought it was a fluke, but after calling around more over the past several days, I came to the realization that all prior salvage Model 3s seem to supercharge, and this is stemming back years. Now, it's great news, but Tesla beat into everyone's heads that it's all about the safety of the cars and the integrity of the supercharging network. Now, a quick reminder, from their document they stated that salvage vehicles may have sustained damage that can make the vehicle unsafe or damage Tesla's equipment. Second, supercharging or fast charging through third-party chargers of a salvaged vehicle is disabled permanently. Now, I'll say this again. When a Tesla catches fire, or someone like Rich Rebuilds who hobbles together a series of Teslas and puts everyone's life at risk, allegedly, Tesla wants to mitigate this risk and make sure people's safety is at the utmost priority, which is admirable, and at the same sentiment, that's what the fanboys keep saying. Now, here's the thing. I will say I was officially wrong, and I owe Tesla an apology. I was under the impression it was all about safety. I think it's about the money. There's more Model 3s on the road, and that's one hell of a potential revenue stream. Not only that, but when a non-salvage S or X is turned back on into Tesla, they cancel the free supercharging a lot of the times and turn it back into paid, again, resulting in income for the company. So it almost seems like if they can't easily make money off the car, then it's worthless to them, and they turn down support. But hey, you know what? I guess that's business 101. I'm not complaining as I come across the realization that my supercharging access is never coming back my Model S because there's no money to be made from it. The good news is, if you buy a salvage Model 3 as of right now and repair it, you will likely have paid supercharging again as of right now, which is awesome news for those looking for a Model 3. Again, my main point is, why the change? Unsupported cars aren't safe, allegedly, but however, they're for $3, they're willing to make an exception. Now, I just wish that what's in the official document from Tesla matched what they're telling employees at the service centers. Now, I feel like I've done enough ego stroking for the fanboys for the first half of this video. Now, sitting inside the Model 3 is too familiar for me. It looks like I'm putting an iPad on top of an IKEA table. But after I got behind the wheel and started driving it, I caught the Model 3 bug. I started telling everyone they should get a Model 3, and of course jumped on Facebook to let everyone know that I drove a Model 3 and enjoyed the congratulatory virtual handshakes and pats on the back. Now, I'm going through the cockroach syndrome right now, and you probably don't know what that is because I just made it up. The Model 3s are everywhere, kind of like cockroaches. The more you see, the more you kind of fade into obscurity, and there's a reason why they call them the California Camry. Pushes all the right buttons, it pleasures you when you need it, you push the accelerator, it pleasures you. You want to play games, it can play games for you. You want to drive for you, it could do that too. And you could also make cool beats with it.
That's it.
Your neighbor has one, your friend has one, your grandparents have one, your wife has one, your girlfriend has one, your daughter has one, and well over 500 YouTubers have one as well. The guy on the street has one, and with all that, there's no car that can quite satisfy your performance needs like the Model 3. Hell, it's even nimble. Now, I really like the performance Model 3. I could definitely see why people like it so much. I didn't mind the center screen, and I didn't mind the fact that it didn't have a heads-up display. Maybe that's because I never really look at how fast I'm going, but these things never really occurred to me. I really did think the performance of technology could make me get over the fact that from the outside, it looks like a Mazda 3. And the inside is very small compared to my Model S, and the interior is a little too basic for my needs. But if I do build one on the channel, it'll likely be for my mother or my daughter. But I'm personally waiting for the Generation 2 Model S, which is larger and will probably look much sportier, and the Tesla Roadster, which specs look out of this world. But I'm glad I at least got the chance to drive one of the Tesla's newest offerings. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. For now, it seems like you're safe to get a salvage Model 3 that supercharges, so carry on, and I will see you all next week.